Hi Pisces! Welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for November's reading. Wow. I've shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them just a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So Pisces, let's find out what you can expect coming up in your life. So, the overall energy of this reading is the Eight of Pentacles. This is like focusing on security and stability, building pentacles. Really, it's like putting your nose to the grindstone, okay? Maybe you're burying your head in your work for now. But let's find out why this Eight of Pentacles surrounds your entire reading. Up here in your highest energy is the Six of Cups. There's a soulmate in your life. And you might have known them since childhood, college years, something like that. But you've definitely known them from a previous life. That's the connection. So here we have a soulmate. Here we have the Eight of Pentacles. Now, are you wanting to work on this relationship? These are the two strongest energies in this reading. Let's just keep reading. Next to the Six of Cups is the Ten of Wands. So it feels like working on this relationship became a burden, and it got heavier and heavier. And it looks like you're getting ready to drop that burden. It's next to the Lovers card. I mean, they're not only a soulmate, they're a divine soulmate. You were lovers in another life. And so this is a card for Gemini. Gemini might be strong in your chart, might be strong in someone else's chart. You're going to drop those wands. Now, I don't know if it is all, you're absolutely going to drop this working on this relationship, or you're going to drop wands for another reason. Let's just keep reading. I have the Six of Wands under the Six of Cups. So it feels like there was some sort of commitment between the two of you. And you were really focused and working and building on this relationship when it became a burden. And it always becomes a burden for some reason. Everybody saw you as a couple. You know, it's like this wreath, you may have been engaged. But you were definitely in a committed relationship. And people saw you that way. And you were working on it. And then I have a broken heart. The Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords is right below the Lovers card. Something happened that caused pain, heartache. And I think that's the burden that you were carrying. And I'm glad you're putting it down. The burden. But something happened here with your soulmate, your divine soulmate. Under the Six of Wands is the Two of Pentacles. It threatened the stability and security of your relationship, whatever happened. So you're confused. You're up in your head. You're like, can this work or can it not work? You know, there's ships bouncing around on the ocean. It's like a roller coaster going through your head. And it's like one day you think maybe it can. The next day you're thinking, no, I don't think so. So you're very confused on whether you can have that Ten of Cups that you've been working and focusing so hard on because of they hurt you somehow. Might have been a third party with Three Swords, but that's the only card I have so far of that. But, you know, the Ten of Pentacles, you were planning, I think, on being married. So that really can be a card of engagement. Either that or you're just focusing on getting there. This is extended family, union between two people. There's pets, there's a child, and a lot of groundedness, a lot of security here. You're very confused on whether that's even possible now. I have the Nine of Swords, boy, mental torture. This is, you're up in your head, you're hurt. Swords of truth and clarity. When you spend this time alone, You're really up in your head. You're feeling, you don't know whether to give up on this whole idea here of continuing to work on this relationship. They hurt you somehow. Either that or you did something to mess something up. And if it was you, then you're up in your head about what you did. About how could I have done that? You know, how could I jeopardize what we had? Or, you know, it's either way. It's either you or them. I haven't made up my mind yet on that. Because you were working and focusing on, you know, building this life with someone else. So Pisces, what else do we need to know? Okay, King of Swords. Up here next to the Lover's card, this is Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. That might be strong in your chart or around this reading. But your guard is up now. Your sword is up, so I think they screwed up. Somehow, they hurt you. And so your sword's up, and you're seeking truth, and you're seeking clarity. They're all male or female, every card. It's right next to the Six of Pentacles, which tells me now you're feeling breadcrumbed. You're feeling like you were putting all the work into this relationship, and they were just feeding enough to keep you hanging in there. Three of Scales off balance. And here you are, off balance. It's right next to the Hangman. This is a card of enlightenment. So you've asked the universe to please enlighten you. I mean, you're going through it in your mind, like all these swords, but please enlighten me. What do you do here? So I look around the Hangman. One thing they want to point out is, yes, they were breadcrumbing the relationship. Yes. Okay. And there's one more card, and I'll get there. I have the Nine of Wands under the King of Swords and next to the Three of Swords. You are at your wit's end. You are barely standing up. That staff of fresh starts and new beginnings is really holding you up more than you holding it up. You have been through the ringer. Whatever happened really set you through the ringer. It has you in this place of anxiety, confusion, stress, all these mental thoughts. You know, we already know you got that. You're very confused. And it is about how they treated the relationship, what they were giving to the relationship. Excuse me. You are very, you're very confused, yet at the same time you're becoming in self-defense and seeking this truth and clarity, because that's what's going to help you move forward. And you are going to get your truth and clarity. This is under the Hangman. They want to enlighten you. Truth will come out. There's lots of swords of truth and clarity on this boat, and you're moving forward. It's a slow process. The boat's being pushed by a pole from rocky waters towards smoother, calmer waters. You might not be alone. You might not be by yourself. Let's read on. Under the Nine of Wands and next to the Nine of Swords is a Five of Cups. Yeah, you're so disappointed in the love. You're so disappointed in them. It's like you can't believe what went down, whatever it was here. I still don't see a third party. Doesn't mean there wasn't, but they did something that was very hurtful. So you're very disillusioned, disappointed. You're looking at the spilled cups, but I call this the card of hope because there's two full cups still behind you. It's like all is not lost in this card, but you're feeling like it is, and it's right between the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands. So this confusion, all this up in your head, and, you know, feeling very disappointed in love. I have the Two of Swords. So you kind of gone into this place of self-protection, which we already know. Your heart is guarded, your swords are up, your blindfold's on, and I think you've come to this place like you don't want to deal with it anymore. You just, you're tired of dealing with it. You don't want to see it. You don't want to know it. You don't want to anything it anymore. Wow. That's going to allow you to drop those wands for sure and move forward. But Temperance is here. So Temperance is your guardian angels and spirit guides. There they are. They're working really hard, and their job is to get you tempered, to get you level-headed, to get you grounded. So you have one foot still in the emotional waters. That's why you don't probably want to deal with it. And one foot on the ground. So they want both your feet on the ground so you can make informed decisions and moving forward in your life. That's what they're trying to do, is get you rebalanced. You're out of balance here. I kind of feel like you might be moving forward with them. You might work it out. Either way, you are moving forward. I'm taking out a clarifying card here. One more card for this reading. I hope it answers that question for me. They are a divine soulmate. There is such a strong connection between the two of you. You might have known each other since childhood. Got two very strong soulmate cards. They messed up. Really, really bad. No, I think you're moving forward on your own. I think you're holding that staff of fresh starts and new beginnings with one hand, and you have the world in the other hand. I think you're going to enter a new life cycle on your own. You're just contemplating it in this reading right now. You are moving towards that, but slowly. This Two of Wands goes right here. You're moving forward in self-protection. And you're standing alone. You might be wondering if you can move forward with them, but I feel like you're more apt to move forward on your own in this entire reading. They messed up big time, and I don't know if there's a place for forgiveness for you. But there is a place of healing, and there is a place of moving forward for you. Wow. Pisces. This was your reading, and I thank you so much for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.